Here we go. My very first attempt at motovlogging. And my helmet is steaming up so bad in the cold. Hey, I'm Pastor Les, and welcome to Cruising the Narrow Road. Here we go again on our ride around Newfoundland. We are here today in Clarenville. This is our hometown, or the town we live in. Been here for 20 years now. And as you can see, it's beautiful scenery. We live on the coast of Newfoundland, but we're tucked in a bay, and it's really quite a decent climate right here. But we enjoy this place. This has been an amazing week, and I was wondering really what I was going to say on this motovlog today. I was really wondering what I should do, what I should talk about, but it has been quite a week. Since my last video, we had the weekend, we had church on Sunday, and here in Newfoundland we're fortunate enough not to be closed down so bad with COVID-19. There are a few cases here in the province, but we seem to be doing okay at the moment. There's a few cases, but everybody's isolating, everybody's behaving themselves, and it doesn't seem too bad. But we had church on Sunday, and I had two services in the morning and the evening, and it was just one of those days. You know, pastors have one of those days every now and then as well. People probably couldn't tell it. The preaching seemed to go okay. Not that I think I'm awesome, but I got through my messages, delivered what God wanted me to deliver in the messages, and then church seemed to go okay. Normal crowd was there, so nothing out of the normal. But it seemed like everything else I touched that day just seemed to go wrong. You ever have those days when just everything seems to go wrong? And I had great plans on Sunday afternoon to be doing a motovlog. My first attempt, and what you're seeing now, it's actually Thursday, and I'm finally getting at this. I was going to do a motovlog. I had my GoPro Hero 8, and I'm really happy with that. And on last Friday, I got the Media Mod to be able to attach to that, and I've got the mic wired into my helmet, so I was going to do a motovlog. I'm all set up now, so all happy about that. And I went to load the card and make sure it was formatted and everything, make sure it was all in good shape. And my SD card crashed, died, errors, reformat it said. Well, I tried to reformat and it wouldn't let me reformat. It was just insane. Anyway, bottom line is, don't buy cheap SD cards. And I've been warned. I know. I've been told. I've been warned about it. I've listened to enough YouTubers and enough motovloggers to know you don't cheap out on SD cards. And for all the sake of $3 difference between the cheaper SD card and a good SanDisk Extreme SD card, I bought the cheap one, and I paid for it. So that was discouraging. So I did have a good SD card on order. I had one, a good SanDisk one on order from Amazon, waiting for that to come. And it did show up on Wednesday, so not all was lost. But then on top of all this, the weather is bad. And as you can see right now, we're getting a little tiny mist of rain here. It shouldn't be too bad. If it does get any worse, I'm going to have to turn this off and give it up, because just not going to be able to keep going with the Media Mod and everything. That's not waterproof, so I got to be careful of it. But anyway, it just seemed like everything I touched. So Monday I was down in the dumps. I was discouraged, and I felt like, why am I doing this? Why am I trying to be on YouTube? I'm just an old guy trying a young man's game. This is crazy. What am I doing? And I had to go to old pity party for myself. And that was stupid. Let's just be honest and frank. It was childish and stupid. Not just because of an SD card, but there were other things that were going on. More personal stuff that I had not liberty to share. But, it had just been one of those weeks. Even just yesterday, I found out that a friend of mine from high school passed away. Let me tell you, that gets weird to me, from where I sit anyway, when people your age start to pass away. I've lost 2 high school friends this year from, just various things, nothing unusual, nothing tragic, just, health issues, and they passed on. And it's really sad. But anyway, I was having a rotten time. I was just having a rotten day, feeling sorry for myself. And as the Lord usually does to me, always does, gives me the proverbial kick in the pants, and said, like he said to Elijah, what are you doing here? Why are you crying? And he said, look, you're not alone. Everything's going fine. This is not the end of the world. And so, okay, I got that right with God, and I, started to feel a little better. Got my SD card on, I guess it was Tuesday that came in. Got the camera all set up. Couldn't do anything yesterday because of the weather. That was garbage. And, but, we had a good evening, Tuesday evening. I'll get back to that. We went down to our second church, which is down the Bonavista Peninsula in a place called Keels. And we went down there for our Bible study. And after Bible study, went out on the back deck of the house that we were in, and it was a gorgeous sunset. You maybe saw those on Instagram and Facebook, the picture of that. And also on the way home that evening, we saw a moose. And we haven't seen a lot of moose around in the last year or so. The population seems to be down. And God just encourages you. God just gives you blessings and that help you and encourage you. And just little things. And you might have to look for them sometime, but there's blessings to be seen if you're just willing to look and see what God has given you, what God has done. The old hymn says, count your blessings, name them one by one. And the whole idea is just so you're reminded of what God has done for you. Anyway, the week has gone on. Here we are on Thursday, and I'm busy, and I've been praying about this YouTube channel, Cruising the Narrow Road. I've been praying about the equipment, that God would provide the equipment to be able to do this venture. I was looking to get another GoPro camera for on the bike to add some perspective, add some different shots for B-roll footage and so on. And I really believed I needed that. I really believe I need that. And so I started praying. I've been praying for a while that the Lord would provide. And God chooses different ways to provide. He doesn't always just send it miraculously in the mail or something like that. And I started to think, I've got another hobby that I have quite a bit of money invested in, and I'm just not as active in that as I used to be. And there's some money tied up in the equipment for that particular hobby. And so I started praying about selling some of the stuff to generate some cash flow. And just prayed that the Lord would show me whether I should do it or not, what I should get rid of, and so on. So yesterday I felt out the waters by advertising something on one of these pieces of equipment on the local classified ads. And within an hour or two, I had a response. Young fellow wanted what I had. So we worked it out that he was going to come the next day, which is today. And so he came. Sure enough, he wanted it. Gave me the price. We came to a good agreement. Got what I wanted out of it. And really happy. So we were talking about it. And I said, I've got more stuff for this hobby too. He said, oh, what do you got? So I told him. He said, oh, I'd like to see that too. So I brought that out. And he said, he just was talking along, and I could see him working his phone. And I said, so are you interested in that? Oh yeah, he said, I'm doing the email transfer to you right now for that one too. Anyway, the bottom line is he bought both pieces of equipment, and I got twice the amount of money that I was expecting. And I was able, I never saw that coming because I'd never advertised the other piece of equipment. I hadn't put that online. I hadn't done anything. This young fellow wanted both things. And paid me, got the cash in hand, sold what I needed to sell. And now I had the money to be able to buy not only the GoPro, but a number of accessories. And I just placed the order with Amazon, and it should be here in a couple of weeks. So God provided. I never expected to sell all that. I hoped that I would get one sold, and then I would try and sell the other one that time. And I ended up selling two in one day, and it just totally blew me away. God supplies, and God be praised for what he's doing. God answers prayer. Well, we talked in Bible study last night how God answers prayer, and he answers it openly. The Bible says in Matthew chapter 6 that he rewards us openly for prayer. And that means he answers openly, and we can see and experience the answers. He leaves no doubt that he has answered when he does give that answer. And it was just a blessing to see God has taken care of it. So the channel is moving forward. We didn't get as much response to the last video as I had hoped, but you know what? That's reality, and I needed the little reality check because I'm a human being just like anybody, and if I got too much success too fast, I might have got a fat head over it. So you never know, and you just don't know how things are going to turn out. So you can't get all down in the mouth. And I did a little bit, but I try not to. And I know I'm trying to be transparent here. What I'm trying to tell you is that pastors are people too, and we put our pants on. We're men just like every other man. We put our pants on one leg at a time. We bleed red just like everybody else, and we struggle with stuff. And if Satan attacks us just like he attacks everybody else, try and discourage and cause trouble. But anyway, God is good, and I'm rambling on today, but I just wanted to share that with you. We're enjoying the scenery here. It's not a bad day. The sun is peeking out. We've taken a nice little ride down here through Clarenville and Georges Brook and Milton. And it's not necessarily a fancy ride, but here we are. And it's just a good day. But, it's starting to rain here. I hope I don't get drowned out here. I don't want to get any rain on my camera. It wasn't supposed to rain at all, but I'm getting a little bit of rain here. I may end up having to pull over and shut this down. But I'm glad. Thank you for joining me today on Cruise the Narrow Road. Thank you for enjoying this ride with me. I've enjoyed talking to you. If you like the video, please subscribe or give me I always say that wrong. Thanks for joining me today. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. That always helps with the channel. Those thumbs ups mean a lot. Mean people are liking what we're doing and enjoying it. So give me a thumbs up, and also to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the little bell icon and hit the top one that lets you be notified whenever any new videos come out. And so it all helps the channel grow, and that's what we're trying to do. We're just a brand new channel, trying to do our best, trying to do a good job, and hope the video is enjoyable to you. Hope it was a blessing to you. I'm gonna have to sign off here. We're getting rained on. I got to get my camera shut down before I get drowned. Anyway, take care. God bless you. Have a good day.